Hello everyone, hello YouTube. My name is Long and welcome to my channel. Xấu rồi. Just installed the sleeves yesterday, and they are still under the clamps. You see the clamps right here, just to hold the sleeves in. Hello everyone, hello YouTube. My name is Long and welcome to my channel. I live in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. And out of sudden today I feel like I'm making a English video for you guys, for the English speaking world. I just wanted to share my country to you guys, especially the car scene in my country. I've been making videos for a long time. I make performance car videos only. I make videos about Subaru cars, race cars, engine building videos. I own a garage to myself. It's a private one. It's not open to public. Yeah. And in there I have built probably like 6 or 7 Subarus, and most of them make over 500 horsepower. Yeah, I have a few other projects going on as well. I want to show you about that later when I get back to my garage. I'm driving back to my garage right now from work. So you know, my garage is not my work. My garage is my hobby only. So I build cars as a hobby, and I have my day job, a normal day job where I make all the money. Yeah, this video is the first video in English, and that I can share the country, Vietnam country, as you can see, to you guys, and the car scene in Vietnam to you guys. But let me talk briefly about the overview of the car scene over here. In Vietnam, as you know, we are still a underdeveloped country. Vietnam still is a underdeveloped country. The average income for an engineer in Vietnam is about $500 a month. Having said that, I just want you guys to know that the annual income of the Vietnamese people is still really low compared to other country. And how can we have a car scene over here? You know, we can barely afford a car over here. Car prices in Vietnam cost 3 times as much as other places. For an example, this piece of shit I'm driving, the Kia Morning, this one cost me about $25,000 back in the day, like 8 years ago. A Toyota Camry over here costs about $50,000 to $60,000. See how ridiculous it is over here, you know. And even that, we still have a car scene going on. We have passion about cars, always. We always want to try to make our cars faster, usually. But sometimes we cannot do it, you know, because of many constraints in Vietnam. We don't have the machineries to do that. We don't have the human resources to do that. We don't have the knowledge to modify our cars. maybe I am one of the very few people in the country who does performance cars, you know. We do have some exotic cars also. We have Lamborghinis and McLarens and Ferrari and stuff like that, but they are a different story. They are not in the same field as what I'm doing. I'm doing JDM performance cars, so I'm gonna talk mainly about JDM performance cars, and sometimes a few BMWs. You know, I love BMWs too, but BMWs are just nowadays BMWs are pretty hard to modify and make power out of. So this is my garage, CCM, that's the name of it, and these are what I'm working on right now. I want to walk you a tour around my garage, a pretty small one, to see what I have and to see what I'm working on. And let's start with this. This is an EJ 25/7 block from a Subaru STI OA Plus, and I'm sleeving it. As you can see, these are the sleeves, Darton sleeves. I just installed the sleeves yesterday, and they are still under the clamps. You see the clamps right here, just to hold the sleeves in. I'm gonna keep the sleeves in for more than 25 hours, 24 hours, just for the glue to dry before I bring them to the machine shop and finish boring and honing it to size. So this engine is gonna make around 500 or 550 horsepower. The reason for the sleeves are the owner destroyed the blocks, you know. He ran the engine too lean, and it melted the piston, one of the pistons, and it melted the original sleeve too. So I had no choice to re-sleeve it. So this is the story of that. And this is pretty cool what I have right here. This is the gearbox. As you can see, this is an engine, another Subaru engine, but this engine is really rare. If you guys in the US, you guys may know about this engine, probably really old, around more than 20 years old already. This is an EJ20, but this is a closed deck and oil squirters version. Big port too, big port, you know. Really nice to have this kind of engine right here. This I brought it straight from Japan. The differences, you can tell the difference from the outside of the block by looking at the crosshatch right here. The EJ20G, this is the EJ20 with a G, a letter G. So the difference is the ripping. See the ripping right here, and the crosshatch right here, another crosshatch right here. That's how you can tell apart a normal EJ27 and EJ20G, like this one right here. This one is really nice, man. Closed deck from the factory, oil squirters ready, and you can also tell from the valve covers right here. You see the lettering and the two lines above the spark plug holes. You see, that's how you can tell. And this engine is for my time attack car project. I'm building a Impreza GC chassis, 1995 Imprezas, I believe, and I'm gonna build it to be a time attack car, full-blown time attack car with a. Of course, I'm gonna rebuild this engine. This engine is still OEM. I'm gonna rebuild it. I'm gonna split the case open and take a look inside, and I'm gonna install all the custom parts like pistons, connecting rods, crankshaft, bearings and stuff like that. It's gonna be rebuilt fully. And how about this one? This is a 6-speed STI transmission. This is the model of it, if you can make any sense out of it. But basically this is a spec C, STI spec C 2004 transmission. It's pretty it is a special version. Actually, it has oil cooler from the factory right here. This is the lights for oil cooler, transmission oil cooler. It has DCCD, and yeah, it's pretty much the same except for the oil cooler. I'm gonna change out the internals of this one. I'm gonna put a PPG dark box gear set in it, and a sequential shifter mechanism in it. Make it a full blow race transmission together with that engine. My Tematech car project. So let's move on. And I have this one right here. And it's pretty funny when you have this one and that Subaru. This is a Mitsubishi Evo in the same room, you know. It's funny, they are rivals. And this is 4G63 engine, straight out of an Evo 5 car. Evo 5 4G63, a 7-bolt crankshaft. So yeah, this is still OEM, totally OEM. I'm gonna rebuild it. I'm gonna make a drift engine out of it. Probably I'm gonna swap it, you know. I'm gonna put this engine into a BMW something, probably BMW E46 chassis. Yeah, an Evo engine inside a BMW chassis. It's gonna be cool, you know. I'm gonna be a full build drift car with this engine right here. The engine is still in very good condition from what I can tell, you know. Of course, it's gonna be torn down, replaced with all the pistons and connecting rods and valve trains and stuff like that. It's gonna make around 600 or 700 horsepower. I'm gonna try to make it with a 64-66 precision turbo. And this one, this is a Tematech setup. It's a completely setup. I'm not going for the power on this one. I'm going for the reliability. I'm going for the mid-range torque. So it is going to have a smaller turbo on it, probably a G25, a Garrett G25 550. That's what I'm looking at right now. So it's going to make around 550 horsepower for this setup. So that's what I have in my garage right now. These are the projects I'm working on. This is an overview of my garage. These are my tools. I'm trying to keep my tools as organized as possible, but sometimes it can be a mess, you know. All the wrenches and the stuff. Yes, and this is a snap-on. I have a snap-on torque wrench, you know. Always love snap-on, but they're just too expensive. I only have one snap-on in my tool rack. And these are the other tools that I have, all the miscellaneous tool, all the stuff back here, my computer. This is a big toolbox. You know, nothing fancy. I rarely use these, actually. I rarely use them. They're still brand new. Pliers. I love pliers. Yeah, anyone loves pliers, you know. I mean, miscellaneous tools. It's a 2010 Subaru STI, a sedan version, and it has a fully built engine in it, all new piston rods and bearings and valves and camshaft and stuff like that, with a turbo kit, ETS turbo kit. This is a Garrett 3076. What else? I have a surge tank right here. a catch gun right here. Just a fully equipped STI. This one is making close to 600 horsepower to the wheels, about 580 or 585 at 29 psi boost, and it's pretty fun to drive. This turbo really kicks ass. I really like the GTX 3076 from Garrett. Very good turbo. Yeah, this is one of my projects. And this is another project I'm working on. And in the beginning of the video, I talked about a race car, a time attack car project out of a GC, Subaru GC body. And this is the engine that I talked about in the beginning of the video. I have just finished disassembling the whole engine. And as you can see right here, this engine is the closed-deck EJ20. As you can see, everything is closed-decked and very nice engine, very strong, and it has oil squirters inside. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right at my fingertip right here. It has a squirter right there which squirts oil from beneath of the piston to keep all the pistons cool. Yeah, everything has been disassembled and ready for the machine shop. One thing I want to show you guys is the port size of these cylinder heads. They have really good port size, much bigger than the EJ257, and I'm pretty surprised why they did that. They did this back in the day, like 25 years ago, with this engine EJ20G. And yeah, and this is another project I'm working on right now. So this wraps up this first video, and I hope you guys like it. And for sure in the future I'm gonna make more English videos for you guys, and more videos about my projects right here, the Evo, the Subaru, and I have another Supra project going on outside. I'm gonna show you all about that in the following videos. See you later. Thank you very much.